I'm Donna Blanchard, and this is your ThinkTech Daily News for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015. Mere hours after Saudi Arabian officials announced that they had achieved their goal and had ceased fire in Yemen in order to focus on, quote, political process, they bombed the southwestern Yemeni city of Tiaz. After the announced ceasefire, Houthis issued a statement declaring that they were ready to resume political dialogue under United Nations auspices, but only after a complete end to the aggression against Yemen and the lifting of the blockade. Not only has the Saudi-led coalition resumed airstrikes, but they have enforced an air and sea embargo that is starving Yemenis of food, water, fuel, and medicine. The previous bombing efforts were called Decisive Storm by the Saudis, and this renewed effort, for no proclaimed reason, is now being called Renewal of Hope. The Obama administration says they had privately applied pressure on the Saudis to end the bombing campaign, which the United States has publicly backed and provided logistical and intelligence support. One of the goals of Decisive Storm was to return exiled Yemeni President Abdu Rabu Mansour Hadi to power. Perhaps that is now the goal of Renewal of Hope, but hope remains elusive for the tiny, devastated country. The Saudi-led airstrikes have killed many civilians as they hit neighborhoods, gas stations, and health aid buildings. After the tragic deaths of 900 African refugees in the Mediterranean Sea last weekend, Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi has issued a plea for collective action and is alluding to a call for the creation of centers in Africa that would process asylum applications and mitigate the dangerous passage of would-be migrants handled by opportunist human smugglers. Mr. Renzi called for the European Union to have a more coordinated strategy, including expanding search and rescue patrols and taking action against smugglers in Libya and elsewhere, whom he referred to as 21st century slave drivers. The fight against the Ebola virus continues, but a team at the University of Texas has made a breakthrough. A drug developed specifically to fight the West African strain has been successful in monkeys infected with the virus. The drug was also used to treat several Ebola patients in the United States, but it was impossible to tell whether it helped them because they also received other treatments at the same time. The drug, TKM Ebola Macona, is now being tested on Ebola patients in Sierra Leone, but results are not yet available. The Taliban has been kidnapping and beheading members of Afghan's Hazara ethnic group. Police in Ghazni province confirmed that 4 Hazara farmers who had been kidnapped by the Taliban had been found beheaded in the Ajuristan district, and there are unconfirmed reports that another 6 Hazaras from the Daikundi province who were also found dead had been beheaded. Beheading is not normally a Taliban tactic. Shanghir Rizai, a Hazara member of parliament, said, quote, "The Taliban are trying to send out a new message that they are similar in their brutality to ISIS. They're trying to show they are as bad as ISIS." Both the Taliban and now ISIS have reportedly been trying to recruit supporters in Afghanistan. A bill that would require nearly all children in California to be vaccinated by eliminating a personal belief exemption advanced through the state legislature today. If approved, California will become one of only 3 states that require all parents to vaccinate their children as a condition of going to school, unless there is a medical reason not to do so. Donna Blanchard, ThinkTech Daily News. Ahui ho.